Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for float fishing journey. Today, I logged in back to Old Burg. We're back over at our old standard green heart and going crucian fishing. Figured pretty easy day. Do what we know works. It's actually came up on BK as well too, so I know it's been pretty active. Did remember I've got a 1/0 hook on this instead of my size 1, so I'm going to switch that out. I'm trying something a little bit different, at least to start with. On rod 1, I've got sorry, I watched the rod drop there and it broke my concentration. Over on rod 1, I've got semolina instead of going with the typical sweet dough. So I just want to see if we get some more activity or maybe some more gibble on semolina instead of sweet dough. So we'll see. Kind of tinge there on bottom fishing. It is kind of warm, kind of late in the day, so maybe a little bit slow to start. That's not actually a bite. Okay. Second time I've pulled it up when it's poking out of the water like that. So something was pushing it up, but just not quite enough to count as a bite. Decent crucian there. They're markers. I'm not going to complain. So far, they've all been chat markers too. First one on semolina here is another decent crucian. Yep. Someone just threw the spot I'm at in chat as the hot spot right now. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name because I will offend someone. Today's goal is definitely just make silver. I did not look at the cafe. Should have. Didn't even think about it. Thought about trying to go bream hunting this evening. We'll see. This spot keeps pulling out big fish, though. There's no reason to move. Ah. Over here. Had the two floats on top of each other there and lost track of this one. That might not be a marker. First non-marker. I'm going to go ahead and just release all non-markers today. I don't feel like that's really going to hurt us much on a silver perspective. May get us a little bit more XP. And honestly, that feels like what would really be the case in real life. It would be markers are legal keepable fish, whereas non-markers would be too small. Ah, man, just missed both of those, and that's frustrating. long as I don't lose a hook or a float or something today, it'll be a decent day. I'm already a little frustrated about spin fishing series to episode. Another non-marker, so we'll release that. I am using my new mouse today. It already feels so much better. The mouse I had before, just the arch for my middle finger was starting to give me a lot of pain in my middle finger. So hoping this fixes that issue. Nice crucian there. This one also has a few extra buttons that I have not mapped up to anything yet, but should make some things easier for me. Decent gibble. Ah. Picked up the wrong rod initially. Are you actually on, fish? You're just tiny. Or you're not actually on even. Okay. That was weird. Was on for the first like 6 reels there. And then disappeared, no fish got away message. Here's a good one. First one over a kilo today. I think I did miss one over on one while I was pulling that one in, but I'm okay with that. Don't think I've changed the friction brake over there on the bottom rod. Even if I had, this is a good fish. Energy's super low too. I don't know. Oh, I just dug. That's why. Forgot. A big tench. $1.4 kilo tench. Nice fish. Love the red eyes. That's not even with tench ground bait. That's with crucian gibble ground bait. Coming up on bream time, and I think I'm just going to stay here and keep carp fishing. And not quite a marker, so we'll release him. Or it, whatever. We'll release that fish. Decent crucian. Better than I thought it was, even. I was expecting like 600-700 grams, not 900. Evidently, I forgot to charge a phone earlier. There's a good gibble. $9.91. Nice fish. Non-marker, I kept it just because I was trying to switch rods quickly. Another crucian. Ooh, missed that one. Might have missed something there. I was taking a look at the bone to see why it made so much noise 4 times in a row. That's a decent crucian. Ooh, didn't think I was going to be able to switch in time. $18 fish in 13 minutes. Not bad. Not quite the 80 blink a minute, or 80 blink, that 80 blink we got last episode. Not blink, bleak. There's the word I'm looking for. There's a big crucian. 1.5, not quite big enough. I just thought of, I have no idea how much silver I have on this account. I think I'm pretty close to being able to afford the solo rods. I would need another reel for it. We could use the spark that we have, but not really worth it at this point. Be better to get something a little bit bigger. Good fish. Good fish. trophy, maybe? I think it's still too small. Yep. But that did get us some more kill percentage points. I think I saw 42.4. That one's probably getting thrown back. Yep. Another decent fish. Could take the reel off this and have a third rod. Third float rod. Did upgrade that one. I couldn't remember. Between my spin rod account, this account, and then kind of a test account I have. I get things confused from time to time. To be honest, my test account was going to be the account for this series, but I forgot to include a commentary audio track in OBS when I first recorded the video, and I didn't want to post record everything, so I just decided to keep that account as a test account. Or I muted. I can't remember exactly what, but there was no commentary, at least for a good portion of the video recording. And it no longer exists either. I deleted it. Hello, big fish. $821 tench. Floats are on top of each other again. I'm out of ground bait I just saw. Nice gibble. Need to make more ground bait pretty soon. $25 fish in 18 minutes. Nice. And honestly, it's higher than that because I've thrown quite a few away. And I missed quite a few too. Like that one. $38.2 on bait harvesting. Another good gibble here. Probably a little bit less than a kilo. Or 1.43. That's less, right? It's always fun to try and guess the weight of the fish and see how close you are. Just based on the tension bar and how much the rod flexes, etc., etc. And Damn, this is... What are you? We're a tiny, tiny crucian. Nice fish. Nice gibble. 1.1. Nice fish. Interestingly, I'm not seeing a lot of bream in chat. Guessing a lot of people might be in this exact spot. Another reasonable gibble. Didn't like where that one was. It's hard to see. "22 minutes in, 28 fish in the keep net. Not a bad day. I think 27 of them are markers. Pretty sure I kept one. I didn't mean to. Yep, I did get one non-markers. That one out. Nice gibble. That was too late. Too late switching over rods after catching that last fish. I was pretty sure I was going to be too late, but try. Like it was too late on that one too. There we go. It's upside down time for the dog. Poor Woofy had a rough day. I had to leave him home alone a little bit to run over to a hardware store to buy some fencing supplies to keep him in the yard. Didn't have time to do anything with him, but I did get some of what I needed. Need to get some more T-posts for part of the fence, but I got enough to keep him out of the side he's jumped over the past days. Or jumped over it on Sunday and then tried again on Monday. And is not happy that I have to escort him outside on a leash every time now. Wants to go out and run. But 17-month-old dog, I don't blame him on a small chain link fence. Just gets excited. Decent crucian. Ah, just missed it. Wasn't paying close enough attention to the second rod there. Ooh. What are you? Well, shit. Has not been a good day for me. Oh man, that's frustrating. At least we kept the float. Did lose our size 1 hook though. I have to go buy another size 1 hook here in a second. Fish are starting to win. It's a good one, whatever that was. Probably a grass or a common. Wrong button. Press 2 instead of 3. This is a good fish. What's going on? Oh, I see what's happening. I've got my mouse up on my laptop and I'm hitting the arrow key. That's why I'm walking around when I expect it. You heard me say what is going on was because I was moving and I had no reason why I didn't know why I was. It had happened a few times. Someone's head is in the way of where I like to put the mouse. And I got a new little desk thing that, not desk, but laptop riser for my lap. Where I've got the mouse is a little bit of a different spot, plus it's a new mouse. I'm loving it. It already feels so much better. Just a little more rounded, not as high arched as my other one was. My hand better. And to have, or I've got small, short, fat fingers. Yep, I'm glad I switched over the rods there. I almost didn't. Nice fish. We're up to 30% bottom fishing too. I just realized I put this one back on sweet dough after I lost the hook. I could use leaders on these rods, but honestly, it doesn't matter that much, in my opinion, on float fishing to use leaders. You're gonna, if you want fluorocarbon, you might as well just have the entire line be fluorocarbon. And I still would have lost the hook. Might have saved, well, I saved the float anyway. Oh, wouldn't have helped me at all. I guess saved is the wrong word. I didn't lose the float, is what I should have said. This is a good crucian. I did nothing for why I kept the float. I just didn't lose it. Another kilo. 33 minutes in, 39 fish. Not bad. One fish beat me too. I think that's 20 silver we're going to have to spend to replace that hook. 20, 26, something like that. We keep pulling these 1 kilo crucians in, though. I'm not going to be worried about that at all. I honestly think we've made that back already. And then some. 41 fish. We probably have 50 to 60 silver in the net right now. Release that crappy gibble. I was late. Grabbed the wrong rod initially. I thought that one was going to get thrown back. I was too late to switch rods. I almost put that crappy crucian back in and switched rods when I saw one going down, but it was too late. Basically already had the crappy crucian on land. Crappy gibble. Didn't lock that reel. Another 1 kilo crucian, I think. Yep. Crappy crucian got released. We'll catch it again later. Hopefully, a month or so from now when it's bigger. That's only 24 hours, basically, since it's an hour per day. Nice roach there. That's a nice gibble. 700 grams. Find the rod. Oh, it's too late. Probably too early, I mean. Good news is I got no longer have to keep my mouse on the laptop. Dog just went from laying right next to me to laying on the other side of the couch. $38 here, 44 fish. I'm happy. 44 still because I missed that one. Another good gibble. Again, I have no idea if any of these are qualifying for cafe orders or anything like that. I just wanted to go carp fishing. And I'm happy I did. Even if one did steal my hook. It'd be kind of interesting to catch fish that have hooks in them that they stole from other anglers. I know in real life I've caught a fish that had a second hook in it that had broken the line when I was a kid. I think it was my hook too. That was the sad part. I think it was either perch or crappie. Some small fish at a local lake. We would buy canned corn or frozen corn and just go toss, kind of like that, kind of like what we're doing here. Just go toss a bobber out in the lake, little pond in our neighborhood. Not even a lake, really. I think I even did a true, like almost telescopic style where I found a stick on the ground next to the pond buddy of mine was fishing. I borrowed some extra line and a hook and just tied the line to the stick and went fishing that way. Stick might not be the right word, but free limb basically. I remember seeing same pond. We would pull probably the same fish out 4 or 5 times in the hour we'd be. And then one time we were there, and there was a good 2-3 foot long catfish that had unfortunately died. Just an old fish that was in the pond. I was amazed that thing was in the pond, and we had never seen it before because it wasn't a deep pond or anything. It just died and was floating on the side. This is when I was, 3rd grade, something like that. Called a buddy of ours dad to go, who was a fisher, to go haul it off because it was starting to stink. It'd been there a while. One of those places where I went fishing on like a Saturday. This fish had probably died on Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that. Honestly, I have no idea what they did with it. Whatever it was, it wasn't a even though it was a catfish, the meat would have been completely rotten. Wouldn't surprise me if they just took it over. There was a bigger river not too far from the pond. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if they took it over to that creek river thing and just tossed it in there. Decent gibble here. Is that a roach? No, it's a gibble. Don't you dare fish. When I saw it taking off like that, I got a little concerned that I had just gotten a second hook stealer. "45 minutes in, 51 fish in the bag, net, whatever. Not a bad day at all, considering all 51 of those should be markers. I think we'd be at 60, somewhere around 60 if I kept everything. No, don't you dare fish. Ooh. That's a drag it on shore fish. 2 kilo common carp. I think it was one of those that stole our hook. And if you're a sleeper, you're a crappy sleeper. You're bigger than you were. Don't think that one stayed on the bottom rod. Wasn't sure that one was going to be a marker. It was close. Another marker. Unfortunately, no trophies yet. Except for maybe whatever stole our hook, but that doesn't count. Kind of wondering if there is a tiny fish on the bottom rod. Nope. You're too small. But wow. I don't know if that's the smallest crucian I've caught. Honestly thought that was a sleeper. It was so small. This will be close. Not quite a marker though. Yeah, I was too late. Knew it. All right. Evidently, one of the new buttons on the mouse is mapped to F1. Probably set one of them up. I've got 3 buttons that I'm not using right now. Probably set one of them up to pause, one of them up to either mute or cut. I don't know. Right now I do have mute on the scroll wheel, which is good because you didn't hear that cough. I don't think this one's a keeper. It is not. This one might not be either. Nope. No ground bait. Getting down to my lower quality ground bait. It'll be close, just barely a marker. Actually, didn't realize you could get a marker below 300. That was always the cutoff in my head. Ooh, come on, fish. Angry Tucker noises. We're still over a fish a minute. We're over a marker a minute, not just a fish a minute. Assuming everything in our keep net is a marker, which I'm 95% sure that's the case. Ah, white there. Think you're a marker. Nope. You're not. You're not either. Yeah, we might have just dried this spot up. It is afternoon, so I would expect it would slow down a little bit. But for going most of the late afternoon, because we're coming up on when we started, until now, with mostly markers, to be pulling in a bunch of non-markers, we may have to try something else next time. We'll see. It's not like we'll be fishing here in 5 minutes. It'll be 24 real life hours before I'm back fishing. What are you? You big enough? You're grassy. Yep. I kept it and it wasn't a marker. Otherwise, everything is a marker. We should be over 16, almost, almost up to 1,800 fish. I was about to say we should be over 1,600. I thought last episode we were finishing up 500s, but 1,500s. But we definitely already had done that. Another non-marker. Oh. Cut it here. We're still at a marker a minute. But I'm going to be stubborn and not cut it. There's a marker. Good one. 767. Hit space almost immediately because I saw this rod getting a bite. And it looked like it was going to be a real bite. But it wasn't. So 56 minutes, 56 markers. I would love for a marker a minute episode. I'd love for one of them to be a trophy too, but that might be asking too much. You a marker. Nope. We have crossed into the 57th minute. And I'm getting frustrated, so we'll call it there. Pretty close to a marker a minute. $56 marker fish in 57.5 minutes. And honestly, before we started the 57th minute, we had our 56 fish. So overall, I'm going to guess, I think we're heavy. I'm going to say 120. 128 silver. Very good day. No frog. Definitely got the gibble. And if we kept the non-markers, it probably would have even been better. Although, no, it would have been a marker. So there's 17 silver. So we're at 845 to start. Inch we got. Got a grassy, but not a 4K. Although a 4K one might have got our hook. White bream didn't get any. No perch, no bream, no white bream, and no 28 kilo grass carp. So, 119 more. So we've already gotten 35. 155 silver day. Not bad at all. We're over 1,000 silver in the bank. Although we are going to have to go in some money to replace that. Besides one hook, I want that hook. That'll bring us back down under 1,000. It is 30 silver. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. Even if we did lose a hook there, but appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back again tomorrow and have good tight lines. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.